trust in God and say amen.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Kathy. Welcome to Unity North Spiritual Center here in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. We are an inclusive community. We welcome and accept all people. So whoever you are, wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're always welcome here at Unity. We're glad you're with us today. We're also part of a greater worldwide unity movement. We are the publishers of the Daily Word magazine, and we've been holding 136 years of prayer vigil through Silent Unity, the prayer ministry of the Unity movement. So prayer is the heart and soul of Unity. And every week after service, we provide a prayer chaplain to pray with you. And today's prayer chaplain is John Lippert, and he's here live. So you can find him after service if you have a prayer need, and he will pray with you. If you're online or can't get to him that way, then just give him a phone call. His number will show up on the chat and in announcements. And in that first hour, he will get back in touch with you. So thank you, John. And our healing practitioner today is Julie Hollingsworth. She'll be available. You can find her by the Buddha fountain in the back hall. After also, she will do a healing session for you if needed. So I'd like to introduce our production team today. We have Martha and Brandy. And our worship assistant today is Bill Roloff. And I have to not get confused today. We have our two Bills with us. Our music today, as always, is Bill Mann. So welcome. Double Bill. All right, that's good. Like that. Okay, so we'll begin with our vision and mission statements. Please say them with me. Our vision: centered in prayer, we create for all a world of love, harmony, and abundance. And our mission is celebrating spirit, exploring truths, awakening hearts, inspiring dreams, and serving community. And just note our values at the bottom. Those are our core foundational beliefs here at Unity North. Now I invite you to stand for our opening song.
On a journey through the miracles inside. Oh, hold on. Don't move. Sometimes these things happen. On a journey through the miracles inside, we are gathering in song, welcoming the oneness, opening the doors of spirit wide. We are walking into life, starting out together on a journey through the miracles inside. There is abundance in our fellowship. This is a place we all belong. We place our trust in this great holiness. This is the moment, come along. We are gathering in song, welcoming the oneness, opening the doors of spirit wide. We are walking into life, starting out together on a journey through the miracles inside. There is a promise in our thankfulness. We know that when we seek, we find. We place our trust in this great holiness. This sacred space is yours and mine. We are gathering in song, welcoming the oneness, opening the doors of spirit wide. We are walking into light. Journey through the miracles inside. On a journey through the miracles inside. Uplifting. Good morning. My name is Bill Roloff. I'll be your worship assistant today. If anyone is visiting us for the first time, we welcome you to our service. If you're here in person and would like to know more about Unity, please see myself, Reverend Kathy, or our ushers, Perry and Nancy, so that we can answer any questions that you might have after service. For new visitors online, if you wish, you could share your contact information in the chat with Unity North, which goes directly to us and remains private. This is a time in our service where we greet each other. So feel free to wave to one another, wave to our cameras for those that are online. We welcome you all wherever you are on your spiritual journey. At this time, we take a moment for prayer requests. Please feel free to close your eyes, relax your bodies. Let us take a deep breath to first center ourselves. As you breathe in, bring peace, love, and joy within. As you breathe out, release stress, worry, and fear. Instead of saying our requests aloud, we invite you to speak a name or prayer request silently and hold these requests in silence. We give thanks in advance for answered prayers, and we say thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. Let us remain centered for the daily word. Today, Sunday, July 12th, 2026, the daily word is guidance. In the divine presence, I am guided. Divine guidance is not only found in burning bushes or mind-blowing revelations. More often it arrives as gentle nudges, subtle enough to overlook and ordinary enough to dismiss. Yet these quiet signals are holy too. A craving for sweetness, a need for fresh air, a muscle that tightens or relaxes. All can be taken as cues for care for body and soul. As I become present to the fullness of my humanity, my senses, intuition, inner knowing, I recognize guidance as ever flowing. It invites a restorative resting of mind and heart. It is an alert stillness that listens, a receptive openness where clarity emerges and gentle direction unfolds. I trust the quiet impulses that draw me forward, allowing the simplest moments to lead me toward my soul's fulfillment
with ease. Exodus 33:14. My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. Sunday, July 12th, 2026, the Daily Word Guidance. And now Bill will prepare us for meditation.
Still I am. Still I'll be. Still inside I am free. I let go. I hold sweet release until I am still.
Breathing in, I connect with myself. Breathing out, I connect with the world. Welcome to this time of meditation or shared stillness. As we prepare our hearts and minds for today's lesson, let us take a moment to ground ourselves in the truth of unity. We recognize we are not isolated individuals, but vital threads woven into a single divine tapestry. Bring your awareness to your breath. Inhale deeply, filling your lungs with life. And exhale fully, letting go of the week behind you. Feel the support of the chair beneath you and rest in the safety of this present moment. With every breath, allow your body to soften. Release the tension in your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Let your mind become as still as a quiet pool of water. In unity, we know there's only one presence and one power. And this presence lives within you, and it lives within everyone gathered here. Imagine a soft golden light glowing on the center of your chest as the unique expression of the divine. Now see that light gently expanding outward. And visualize a filament of light stretching from your heart to the person sitting near you. Visualize it connecting to someone behind you and before you. See these threads weaving together across this sanctuary, creating a brilliant, glowing web of unconditional love and shared divinity. We are many waves, but we are one single ocean. And silently affirm these truths in your mind. I am never truly alone. I belong to this sacred family. My presence strengthens this community. Our shared love heals the world. Feel the strength of this collective energy. You are holding space for others, and they are holding space for you. There is no judgment here. There is only acceptance, peace, and mutual support. So let us take a few moments now in the silence. Use this time to rest deeply in this unified consciousness. If your mind wanders, simply return to the vision of the golden light connecting us all. In the silence. Gently bring your awareness back to the room. Feel the collective warmth of the community surrounding you. Carry this deep sense of oneness and belonging into your time here today, knowing that we move forward together as one spirit. Thank you, loving Spirit. And so it is. Amen.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one.
Thank you, Bill. Well, people often come together in community at weddings. And one of the great experiences of community that I had was at a wedding that I performed once in Arizona. And it was a home wedding in a lovely housing development where houses were situated on a lake. And I was in the corner of the yard, of the backyard, up against the lake. And I was facing the yard and the house and all of the people. And the people were seated so that they were facing me and having a view of the lake behind me. And I was coming to the part of the ceremony where I was about to say something to the effect of that we wanted to invite the greater community present to join in to bless this couple in their vows. And I heard a noise in the lake behind me. And as I kept talking, it was getting louder, and I realized that it was the sound of ducks. And I went on and I got to the point in the ceremony where I was just going to mention the greater community. And at that point, all of the ducks landed right behind me, quacking at full voice. It was the most amazing experience. It was actually a fabulous moment. We were all overcome with the wondrous humor of it all and the greater community of which we are an integral part. It's one of those wedding moments I have never forgotten. So community means different things to different people. To some, it's a safe haven where survival is assured. To others, it's a place of emotional support with deep sharing and bonding with close friends. Some see community as an intense crucible for personal growth. For others, it's primarily a place to pioneer their dreams. We all have a need for community. It is a place we can often find healing and personal courage. And when we come together with powerful intention, a community can unite together to step beyond its limitations and make a difference in the greater community, transforming the world. So the title today, Loving Community, can be thought of in two ways. First, as being in or part of a loving community, as I believe we are here at Unity North. And second, as loving one's community, as I believe we do. I think both apply to this lesson today. So what are some of the qualities of a loving community? Let's look at the letters in the word loving to tell us. So L in loving is for light-filled. Unity is often called a positive path for spiritual living. That is a light-filled statement. It describes a community of light that is positive, provides a path, and is focused on spiritual living, living in alignment with spirit. Light is often used to describe mystical experiences. People in Unity sometimes refer to the idea of light beings or to being surrounded and enfolded in light. Sometimes it seems angelic or too bright to focus on, so bright it's beyond this world. A community filled with light is one that is also upbeat, sunny, joyful, fun-loving, and definitely spirit-led. So this time, many of us are reawakening to the truth of who we are because we are living amid such large-scale changes in the world. We need to access this light in order to not only survive but thrive as we shift into a new order of consciousness. It is through our connection to this light that we can know things beyond what the visible world can tell us, and we see things beyond what the physical world reveals. In order to access this wisdom, we can simply allow ourselves to remember that we are not limited as we have been taught. In fact, we are filled with divine light that is ours for the asking. So a daily practice of tuning into this vast potential, conversing with it, and offering ourselves up to it opens the door through which we can reclaim our true identity, taking ownership of the calling to create greater light, greater bliss on earth. And the chaos we are currently in helps to cause the longing and the passion for more love and light. So this knowing of the light is one of this unity community's blessings. I think of the words from Rihanna's song, "Shine bright like a diamond." A community of light is dynamic and filled with life and energy. There may be times of quiet or sadness or even grief, but the light, ever available, always pulses within. So O in the word loving is for open. Open-minded, open-hearted, open to new ideas, open to guidance, open to the wonders of creation, open to one another. An open community is one that can continue to open, to grow, and expand. Frederick and Marianne Broussard said, in the film Dances with Wolves, the Native American chief Kicking Bear says to United States Army Lieutenant Dunbar, "I was thinking that of all the trails in this life, there is one that matters more than all the others. It is the trail of the true human being. I think you are on this trail, and it is good to see," he tells him. So the trail of the true human being is one of openness toward others, even those who are strangers and different from all we know and believe. Lieutenant Dunbar, who takes the name Dances with Wolves, opens himself up to the ways of the Lakota people and becomes very familiar with the path of animals. He practices openness. Empathy is a sign of openness. Consider the Lakota prayer, "Great Spirit, help me never to judge another until I have walked 2 weeks in his moccasins." So this is the heart of our humanity, being here open and giving to others. One of the great Unity teachers and metaphysicians at Unity Village was a man named Ed Rabel. He used to often start his classes with this affirmation, "I am now open, receptive, and responsive to the living spirit of truth." And I use that sometimes because I think it's a great way to begin keeping ourselves open. I am now open, receptive, and responsive to the living spirit of truth. And V in the word loving is for vision. It is said, without vision, the people perish. What does vision have to do with loving community? Well, a vision shows the future and where the community is headed. And a community with a vision is looking beyond itself to a greater reality for all that is unselfish and loving. At one point or another in our lives, we must all undergo something similar to a vision quest. We must discover wisdom for ourselves after a journey through the wilderness, which no one else can make for us. And the wilderness may not be actual, but metaphoric. So this community has done that through its various cycles of life. And each one of us can ask ourselves, have I gone through my journey in the wilderness to receive wisdom and a higher vision? And my guess is yes, or you might not even be here at Unity. We all take our various journeys to arrive and enter into a Unity community. Vision has to do with our values and with our personal blueprint for what is most important in life. Vision can be an ideal future reality. It is about taking a stand. Protestant minister Peter Marshall proposes, "Give us clear vision that we may know where to stand and what to stand for, because unless we stand for something, we shall fall for anything." Vision looks inward and becomes duty. Vision looks outward and becomes aspiration. Vision looks upward and becomes faith. So in this spiritual community, our vision is centered in prayer. We create for all a world of love, harmony, and abundance. It is a loving image to hold for all. The word or the letter I is inclusive. We say about Unity North that we welcome and accept all people, and we do. And we can shift our consciousness, pray and speak affirmations to attract, and yet that does not mean we are as diverse as we want to be. Sometimes that depends not only on consciousness, but also demographics. We cannot always control who shows up. That is the divine order and divine timing part of it all. But whoever shows up, we welcome and accept, we include. And it's up to each of us in this community to be a welcoming and accepting presence. You know, it's easy sometimes even to go into the social hall and want to gravitate to our friends. We get to, in a smaller community, we get to know people. And I think sometimes we have to remember, well, maybe today I'm going to sit with somebody I don't usually talk to. And we can each ask ourselves the question, is there anything I can do to be more welcoming and accepting of others? And the letter N is for nurturing. A nurturing community is safe and caring. It is comforting and compassionate with someone when someone grieves. And when there's need to reach out to offer kindness and support, we are all being called to that now at this challenging time in our country and our world. A nurturing community helps to nourish those who are part of it and empower them to nurture themselves so they might grow and blossom. If we are to bring out the very best that is inside us, we must take time to nurture ourselves. When we truly care for ourselves, it becomes possible to care far more profoundly about other people. The more alert and sensitive we are to our own needs, the more loving and generous we can be toward others. Then a nurturing community can reach beyond itself to support the greater community of which it is a part. And that is one of the wonderful gifts our outreach gives us here at Unity North. For nearly half of our 35 years in existence, we've been helping to support Family Promise, a nonprofit organization devoted to ending family homelessness. Such a wonderful cause. Well, we have helped them and they have helped us to fulfill our mission and express our important value of serving community. So we're very grateful today for David Fry's presence. Some of you don't know yet, he's here. He's the Executive Director of Family Promise. And in place of regular announcements today, he's going to share with us part of the story of Family Promise. So we'll be hearing from him in a minute. So welcome, David. Glad you're with us today. So G is for grace and gratitude. John chapter 1, verse 16 says, "From his fullness we have all received grace upon grace." Grace is God's love in expression. We all experience the law of cause and effect, but grace goes beyond and sometimes saves us from the negative effects we may have set into motion. It's the power to dissolve hate, dissolve resistance, obstinacy, anger, pain, disease, and lack. It is the loving presence of the Christ within each one of us, and grace never has to be earned. We have been blessed with grace here at Unity North in countless ways. A member said to me, "Isn't it great that grace can allow us to forgive and forget the mistakes others have made in the past and let them go without judgment?" Well, something we can all aspire to, but also forgiving ourselves. Gratitude works hand in hand with grace. It becomes easy when we step back to notice the flow of grace in our lives. Grace is always expressing, always available. Once we notice and accept it, gratitude then follows naturally. And gratitude is more than just saying thanks for our good. It is a dynamic spiritual tool that can help us create the lives we want. Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore said, "It has been found by experience that a person increases his or her blessings by being grateful for them. Gratitude actually increases our abundance." So grace is a gift of love, and our task is to learn to receive it. And gratitude is life's magnet. It truly is a miraculous force, a living energy, like a magical magnet generating and then attracting so much more than we have already received. A loving community is a community filled with grace and gratitude. Ramakrishna said, "The winds of grace are always blowing, but you have to raise the sail. The gifts move across the waters. We can't control or earn them, but we must be willing to receive them." I believe that gratitude helps us to raise the sail that catches the winds of grace. So let us remember to acknowledge the grace in our lives and to hold an attitude of gratitude in any circumstance. So once again, in loving community, the letters loving, Loving, stand for light-filled, open, vision, inclusive, nurturing, grace, and gratitude. It applies to our loving community and to each of us as loving participants. We can ask ourselves, am I light-filled, positive, joyful? Am I open-minded, open-hearted? Am I in sync with the collective vision? Do I have a vision myself? Am I striving to be more inclusive? Am I nurturing, helpful, supportive, caring? Am I giving thanks in advance for grace? And do I have an attitude of gratitude? And finally, am I reaching out for help and support from my community when I need it? You know, although the inner journey is a solo one, through encouragement, motivation, inspiration, and prayer, the support of loving community can make it easier for us to achieve our transformation. Well, sometimes the shadow side of community has arisen, and one place to see it is in humorous bulletin bloopers. Here are a few oldies but goodies. Remember in prayer the many who are sick of our community. For those of you who have children and don't know it, we have a nursery downstairs. The church will host an evening of fine dining, super entertainment, and gracious hostility. Potluck supper Sunday at 5 p.m., prayer and medication to follow. The ladies of the church have cast off clothing of every kind. They may be seen in the basement on Friday afternoon. The rosebud on the altar this morning is to announce the birth of David Ann Belser, the sin of Reverend and Mrs. Julius Belser. And finally, don't let worries kill you. Let the church help. Well, it's always great to have a sense of humor about church community. I began this lesson talking about ducks at a wedding, and I'll end it talking about geese. We are like geese. Remember that wonderful metaphor? It's been in print for a long time, but it's so fitting. In the fall or spring, when you see geese heading south for the winter, flying along in V formation, scientists have discovered about why they fly that way. As each bird flaps its wings, it creates an uplift for the bird immediately following. By flying in V formation, the whole flock adds at least 71% greater flying range than if each bird flew on its own. People who share a common direction and sense of community can get where they are going more quickly and easily because they are traveling on the thrust of one another. When a goose falls out of formation, it suddenly feels the drag and resistance of trying to go it alone and quickly gets back into formation to take advantage of the lifting power of the bird in front. If we have as much sense as a goose, we will stay in formation with those people who are headed the same way we are. When the head goose gets tired, it rotates back in the wing and another goose flies point. It is sensible to take turns doing demanding jobs, whether with people or with geese flying south. Geese honk from behind to encourage those up front to keep up their speed. What messages do we give when we honk from behind? Finally, and this is important, when a goose gets sick or is wounded by gunshot and falls out of formation, 2 other geese fall out with that goose and follow it down to lend help and protection. They stay with the fallen goose until it is able to fly or until it dies, and only then do they launch out on their own or with another formation to catch up with their group. If we have the sense of a goose, we will stand by each other like that. When we come together in community to make the world a better place, that is in fact exactly what happens. We make the world a better place. Anthropologist Margaret Mead said, "Never underestimate the power of a small group to change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." So thanks to each one of you for the part you play and for your presence in this loving community. God bless you.
You are officially invited to sing on the chorus. Love is but a song we sing, it fears the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Do that one more time. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Some may come and some may go, and this will surely pass. When the one who left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, Smile on your brother, everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. And if you hear the song I sing, you will understand. You hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. And just one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command. Come on, people, now. Smile on your brother, everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Come on, people, now. Smile on your brother, everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Right now. Right now.
Thank you, Bill. That was wonderful. The Beatles. We're enjoying them.
Youngblood.
I'm sorry?
Youngblood.
Youngblood. Oh, I was thinking of the song earlier. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Now is the time to bless our offerings. We invite you to go to our website, unitynorthmn.org, and find the donation button on the homepage and give your offering there if you wish. Otherwise, you may leave your offering in the basket at the door of the sanctuary. You may also mail an offering check to the address available on our website. Please join me in speaking our offering blessing. Divine love flowing through me now blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful. And now Bill will perform the offering song today.
I am grateful to be giving from within. There's abundance in my life now. Now my blessing has been sent. I am grateful to be giving from within. There's abundance in my life now. My blessing has been sent. Encore.
Yeah, really. All right. We're skipping announcements today, but we do have them in printed form. So on your way out the door, an usher will be there to hand you a copy of announcements. One thing I do want to mention, though, in case for some reason you didn't hear it, if you're signed up for Mary and Donna's party this afternoon, that has been postponed. So it's going to be 100 degrees in the yard, and Mary is not well. So they will do it, but they'll let us know the future date. So, and if you can't make it that date, you can ask for a refund if you like, or whatever you want to do with that. We'll let you know, keep you informed. So now I want to introduce the Executive Director of Family Promise, David Fry. Please give him a warm welcome.
Thanks for having me here today. Thanks for the opportunity, and what a great opportunity after the nice talk about loving community. It's such a fitting one. Family Promise in Anoka County has been around for about 15 years and a little bit over that. And the point of Family Promise is to serve in that community. There are a lot of people who feel like those geese that maybe have fallen off the backside of that chevron formation that's going through the sky. And Family Promise allows, like Reverend Kathy was talking about, for other geese to come back and then fly with them to bring them back into formation. And that's such a fitting metaphor and idea for the work that we do. I apologize in advance. I'm used to just like advancing these things on my own, so I gave a ton of slides that I blitzed through. So I'm going to have to say next slide a lot. Next slide. So we'll do the next one here. Our mission is to empower families who are experiencing homelessness and housing insecurity to build a foundation of lasting independence. And if you go to the next slide, the families that we serve are families with minor children in Anoka County who are experiencing homelessness or at risk of experiencing homelessness. Last year, we served 85 families. And that was a record for us, but we know that that is only the tip of the iceberg, and we continue to grow and to try to do more. And in fact, by June 17th of this year, we had already served our 86th family this year. So the joy in being able to serve is there, but also the disappointment in the fact that we have to serve that many is also there as well. So if we go to the next one, we think about this because we serve in a unique way, and that is because family homelessness itself is unique. It's not the way that we normally think of homelessness in our community. It's not somebody who's living in a box on the street. It's not somebody who is standing on the corner and asking for something. Family homelessness is often hidden. It is often a place where the family is embarrassed, and they try to keep this idea hidden that they are experiencing homelessness, that they are truly struggling, and trying to keep life as normal as they can for kids. And so because of that, the historical models of homelessness and the response to homelessness don't work for families the way that they should. And so it is time for us to be innovating to stop homelessness in families, because that trauma, it spans generations. It continues on generation after generation. And if we can break that cycle, we can do something different. And one of the things that we wanted to do with ours, if we go to the next one, we serve because we believe every child deserves a home. And we do this in three primary ways. We have our prevention program, which helps keep families from needing shelter in the first place, helping families to stay housed where they already are, avoids any of that trauma in the first place for the kids in the program. We have our shelter program, which I'll focus on in just a second here, which is what we're known for. You all took part in that for the last 15 years, often staying here. I live near here, and I would come almost every Saturday that you were hosting because the breakfasts were so fantastic. We have a chance to be doing that again. Just not here, but you get to come to our house now, and I'll share about that shortly. We also have our stabilization program, which is one that is where families who have been through our other programs are able to stay housed, and we're able to support them as they continue on. So we can go to the next slide, actually the previous slide, if we can for a second. That's just the logo. There we go. Yeah, so I know that you have all been doing Family Promise for a long time. Some of you may know what it is. I started as a volunteer myself. I've been the director for 10 years, but before that I was a volunteer just down the street at Faith Lutheran Church, where I go with my family. And I started volunteering there doing, first it was moving walls, then it was helping out with some of the meals, driving the bus, staying overnight, and it just sort of escalates as things do, and I ended up being the executive director. But during that time, when I was volunteering, I got to meet a kid named Johnny. And it was his first day in the program when he first came, when I first got to meet him. And he got to our church. We had the meal ready for him, and then I was just playing some basketball in the gym, and he was about a 4-year-old little guy, maybe not quite 4 yet, and he just sort of gravitated to me. He was stuck on my thigh as if I left, it would be the worst thing in the world. We did everything together throughout that week. I'd keep coming back, and he always had questions for me. And I would tell him my name, but he couldn't remember what it was, so he'd just call me Guy. Hey, Guy, we had cookies for dinner. Hey, Guy, you want to play basketball? What's your favorite pizza topping, Guy? But we had this great week. And then when the week was over, he went his way, I went mine. He went to a different church. But I remember that one of the things he kept trying to do is to show me the bed that he had in the Sunday school room, because he hadn't experienced that in as long as he could remember. He'd been couch hopping with his family. They'd been staying at friends' houses. He was often sharing a couch with his older sister. And so that was what he knew. Well, about 3 months later, I ended up joining the staff at Family Promise. I was going to be starting as the executive director, and I had gone up to our day center in Ramsey to meet with our interim director there at the time, Bridget, and she was sharing with me about how the checkbook works and where the keys are and all that kind of stuff. Just having a day of the brain dump from her, and at the end of the day, this kid who I recognized came in the door, and he kicked off his shoes, and they went flying, and he dropped his backpack, and then he stopped dead in his tracks, and he pointed at me and said, "Hey, Mom, it's that guy from that church." But that was also, so it was an end for him. He was moving into stable housing with his mom. And it was a beginning for me as I was starting my journey on staff with Family Promise. But we have been looking for new and better ways that we can serve families like Johnny's, who are struggling, who feel like they've been left behind, where the flock has flown off and they are stuck somewhere else. And so we had a new vision. Instead of this rotation of churches, something that may be able to help families a little bit more. And if we go to the next slide, we really wanted to have a space and an idea where shelter wouldn't look like what we thought of as shelter. Instead, it would look like something that the kids didn't even necessarily realize that their family was in a shelter program. We wanted something that the community could still wrap around them in the way that it always had, but in a way that felt so much like home that it actually was home. So if you go to the next slide, we came up with a plan to build a new space in the next slide after that, and to both encourage that community with meals and things like that available, but also with unique spaces for each family. They have their own apartment. And if we go to the next slide, that place is built now, so that's really exciting. And we have service weeks coming up. The families have moved in. The first 3 moved in on Monday. We have another one moving in on this Monday coming up. And it is really exciting to have that space done. If we go to the next slide, you can see a couple of the pictures from inside. And what we really wanted to create was this dignified home-like environment where every family can thrive and where every child has a home until they have their permanent home. So if we go to, yeah, that slide is probably good there. We do have opportunities coming up for you to commit to that community aspect of what we do, to build a community around the families who will be there. We have serving weeks coming up, and I had written it down on a note, and I don't remember what it is, so August 30th to September 6th. So the sign up will be coming in just a few weeks. The sign up will go live. We'll have an opportunity for your training to happen. You have to do a background check, so get ready and get it done. The meals, we have a great kitchen. I've been in it all week because it was Faith's week to serve. And so I got to use our new griddle. Really exciting. I was experimenting with fried eggs on it. They turned out well. I encourage you to talk to Kathleen to find out how you can serve in this, how you can help be part of that community that wraps around people, to help them get back going again in life, to join the flock and be able to keep moving forward. So thank you for all of your time through the last 15 years as part of Family Promise, and look forward to working with you for the next 15, 20 years. Hopefully by that point, we've got this whole thing figured out as a society. We don't need to be doing shelter anymore, but we will still be helping families no matter what those needs are. So thanks again for letting me come out today.
Thank you, David. Thank you for coming and for being here today. We appreciate it. All right. Why don't we say our community affirmation together? Kind of threw her for a loop today with the slides. No announcements. And there we go. Let's say this together. Centered in prayerful intention, we give thanks for an overflowing abundance of spiritual awakening, prosperity, new members, and children for Unity North Spiritual Center. And so it is. And what do we have next? All right. So Again, you'll receive the announcements on your way out the door, and just take note, and then David will be available to talk with you after service in the narthex. So please stand and join me in our prayer for protection and our peace song. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God and our Creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be